This is Tamil Deeps ILC, bringing to you the first episode of English Purgatory. The topic is drama, time, and perspective. I really appreciate y'all for taking the time to listen, and feedback is greatly appreciated also. Thank you. Drama is people's biggest form of entertainment, bar none. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what's going on. If it's somebody dying, getting beat up, getting cheated on, anything, it creates excitement. Social media has given us a reach of providing entertainment in ways that we don't even really have to move anywhere versus how it was before. We don't have the drive or energy to really want to get up to go anywhere because most of us rather just sit on our phones and just look at what's going on. We'd rather see somebody else's pain, somebody else's struggles, somebody else's whatever, and use that as energy to make ourselves feel better. Or be like, oh, I want to do that. Well, I don't see how they did that. I don't know why they did that. Oh well, and laugh about it and move on. But it got your attention though. It made you waste at least about 15, 30 minutes or an hour just scrolling, looking at bullshit. So that's 30 minutes to an hour you could use to do something else that was actually important with yourself. But hey, like I said, that's boring stuff. Nobody wants to hear that boring stuff. They want to hear the bullshit. They want to see the bullshit. That's what they really want. Nobody want to sit around and, actually think about shit. They want the ignorance. They want the fuck shit. That's what they really want. That's why drama is more fueled by people. Like people live off that shit. People live off of some bullshit. That's what they really want. Oh, that nigga got his car when it's busted. Oh shit. Damn, that's crazy. I wouldn't deal with that shit. Scroll. Oh, them niggas scrapping. Oh shit. Oh, that nigga sleep. Scroll up. You know what I'm saying? 15, 30 minutes gone. Off some bullshit. People don't want to look at it that way. And people they ain't gonna try to. They're not. They don't want nothing. They don't even want to give nothing time. They don't want to give any amount of time out of their day that they doesn't feel is worthy, that doesn't create any excitement in their blood to make themselves go about their day. They may watch a clip. If somebody doesn't say anything that's funny, entertaining, with the fuck shit, with the bullshit, it's instantly getting stopped. Just next. That's just how people work. People's attention span is so fickle these days. It's crazy. Because they just don't. Nobody wants to actually. Most people don't actually want to do anything that's progressive in their life. They don't. Let's just look at it. Just look at people. Try to sit down and have a conversation about something real with somebody. It's a regular person. Then in that next breath, talk about some bullshit. Let's see how the reaction is. And ask them, ask that person, why were they more prone to jump on the fuck shit versus something that actually could benefit them in life? Like, really ask them and see what their answer is. It's crazy. It's crazy that's just how the world is. And it's going to continue to be that way. It doesn't matter what I say. It doesn't matter what's going on, in the world. That's just what fuels the world. That's what makes the world move. Racism, violence, relationship issues, somebody else's shit. That's what gets people's looks. That's what gets people to react. You get more reactions off somebody that posts or share or like something that has something to do with somebody either getting hurt or losing something they got, or just a funny clip about something. Sometimes that is positive for you, in a sense of, Maybe you was feeling bad at that moment and you needed something to kind of lift you up. But why should somebody else's pain lift you? Like, really think about that. That's got to tell you more about yourself than anything, right? For example, like regarding the sad situation that happened with the George Floyd incident, he wasn't the first nor the last person that died. I don't want to say like that, but that died in a situation regarding, being in a situation like that. He's not the last, he's not the first. But sadly, because, it created enough buzz, and this, I mean, it's true. It created enough buzz and it was visually there. I mean, it tacked on one, violence, you know, it was a hate crime, and it was racism. I mean, you could call it what it is. You could say what you want to say, but that dude wanted it. He wanted that man dead. He could hear him. He knew what was going on. That man wanted him dead. But it got enough, as gruesome as it was, it got enough attention that everybody just got really finally fed up. And it really shouldn't have took something like that for something to finally happen. As long as it's been happening, as long as it's still gonna continue to happen, whether people see it or not, it was publicized and it was so dramatic to the point that it got enough people to just say, like, all right, I guess we'll finally do something about it this time. And it shouldn't even got to that point. It really shouldn't have. Like, we really sit down and think about it. Like, okay, drama is what it is. It's gonna be what it is, but it shouldn't have took that specifically, because it didn't go viral enough for something to finally be done. It's people still sitting in jails right now. It's still people still dying right now. But that was a moment in time. We're waiting for the next moment for something like that to go viral, for us to finally do something about it again. That's drama, ladies and gentlemen. We have all been there in that moment. You've been sitting down, you probably just got off work, he's probably just got home, he's probably just got through doing something. Or you might just randomly just be sitting on the couch or the bed or the chair or whatever you may sit in and be thinking, like, man, where the fuck all the time go? Where did it go? What where the fuck the time go? Like, for real. You think about years that passed by, you think about days, months, hours. Think about stuff that you probably should have been getting done, that stuff that you probably should be doing right now. But it's gone. The time is gone. You can try to make it up some kind of way. I mean, for most of us, it's not a choice. Most of us are sitting at work right now thinking about the next move, or shit you got to do tomorrow, or shit you supposed to did yesterday, or shit you supposed to probably did last week, last month, last year, maybe ish. Hey, side note, it's not too late to go do it. But it's time. A lot of us have bad time management. Well, we can't really maintain time. You should probably work on that. But yeah, time is definitely something that just a lot of people just have a problem with most of the time. Whether that be coming from just, trying to get something that was lost. Like spending time with family, or spending time with a friend, or spending time with just a significant other, depending on your situation. I mean, you could be that mother that's, in a house full of kids, just thinking about time. You want to get back to just go sit, to chill with, your girlfriends or whatever. Or you may be that father that's, in the similar situation. You just think like, man, I love my kids, but man, I just need a break sometimes. just kind of just unwind, make time to do something. And in those moments, sometimes we don't think about how significant the time that we're making for somebody else is. It's precious. And sometimes for people that don't get the opportunity to get that time with people that they care about, it's thought about the most, and it's more valued because you're in a situation where you're just trying to grasp something that isn't there. You're trying to grasp something that you've lost or you're losing. You continue to lose, and you got to wake up and go to an obligation, whether it be work or something similar, and be like, man, I gotta make money though. Like I gotta make money so that I can make the time to go do that. But in the process of making that money, you're losing time in the process. So it's a lose-lose. It's like, okay, yeah, I'm going to go to this job and I'm going to go make this money. I'm going to go here and do this. Okay, then what? You going to get off work and then you're like, damn, I'm actually kind of tired. Okay, now you don't have the energy. Now you don't have the energy for the time that you want. It never it never fixes itself. Like, man, today you can't even blame people like from why they don't want to work. What's the work right now? Shit, they enjoying the checks sitting in the house. Cause they got time to do all the stuff that they know they want to do. Why the fuck would they want to go to a job and get taxed all this damn money and get stuck in a process of in a loop of, okay, I gotta go to work to make this, to go pay this bill, to go pay that bill, just to have a little bit saved over for the shit that I want to do later. If I can, if I have enough for it later, and if I have time, or if I have energy, or if I feel like it at that point, because now you're mentally drained by that time. It's a never-ending cycle. A lot of us, I'm pretty sure, we wish we could be in a situation where we could just be sitting in the house and everything's taken care of, or we could be sitting in a certain situation and everything's taken care of, and we have to worry about nothing but just doing what the fuck you want to do. Everybody would love to do that, and some people are in that situation, fortunately. But unfortunately, many of us aren't. Many of us are just trying to get something that we don't have. And that's really the main thing, because that's ultimately the one thing you just cannot buy. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter how you view life. And, to any father that's trying to grasp, time with his kid, or any mother that's trying to grasp, time with her kids, it's the same thing. It's the same thing you got to deal with at the end of the day. I mean, it sucks, it do. But it's life. And I know sometimes we hate hearing shit like that. Like, it's life. Yeah, that's life. Is it really though? Like, does it have to be that way? No, it don't. It could be better. It could be worse. Yeah, but it could definitely be better. It could be way better. I mean, hell. I mean, you can't blame people for like I say, even want to stay home or start a business, to be able to manage their own time. And a lot of people, and the good thing about that is a lot of people are doing that. I'm starting to see that a lot more this year and lately end of last year, more recently, because people are kind of getting hip to that. They're like, look, man, I'm tired. I'm tired of working the same bullshit ass job, doing the same thing just to grind to get like this 25-cent raise, this 45-cent raise, this dollar. How long did it take to get that dollar raise again? Oh, okay. It's way too damn long. Way too fucking long. And think about all the time you lost in the process. And maybe you don't want to. And maybe it's depressing when you think about it at the end of the day, how much time was wasted and how much of that time you just can't get back. It's bothersome, and for kids, they don't see it. They just think about they just want to see you as the parent. They want to see you. At the end of the day, they're not thinking about you being tired. They're not thinking about you wanted a little bit of peace of mind to yourself. I mean, they're your obligations. You know, you got to do what you got to do for them. But when they're in the bed at night, you thinking like, damn, you finally wind down, you probably get like that 30 minutes, an hour to just kind of just chill for a little bit while you sleep. It's like, damn, whew, finally some peace of mind. And then until you just fall asleep. And then you know what? Guess what? It's morning time. Now you're rushing to hurry up and get them ready for school tomorrow because you're running late. And now you got to go to work. So now you got to deal with that. And the process just rolls over all over again. Over and over and over again until something finally changes. The question is, you know, when are you finally going to do something about it to make it change? You know, that's the biggest thing. When is it? When are you going to finally step up and make that change and fix the time that you're losing? Don't let it be tomorrow. Don't let it always be tomorrow. We know those people. We hear all the time. So you might be one of those people too. That's always tomorrow. It's always tomorrow. It's got to be tomorrow, next week, or it's got to be this date. Why can't it be right now? What's stopping it from being right now? One of the biggest things I've always heard is from somebody, and I forgot his name, and they're going to kill me. But biggest thing I've ever heard was, it's the point of all that money if you're not allowed to spend it. That shit cut deep. It's like, damn, that's real. That's really real.
Hey, sidebar. You ever just think to yourself, like, man, I have this voice, I have all these thoughts, but I don't know what to do with it. So my idea, why not start a podcast? Why don't you just use Anchor? Use the same thing I'm using. It's free. It's free. It's free. Also, you can use it on any major platforms, as far as Spotify, Apple Music. It distributes to all of them. You can use it on anything, smartphone, tablet. So at the end of the day, you really don't have an excuse. So get started.
One of the biggest things I feel like people don't take the time to consider is the viewpoints of other people. Half the time I feel like they really don't even care. And for the most part, it shows. It definitely shows. Like when you think about it, as far as how a person carry themselves, or how a person looks, or how a person talks, or how a person may come off, and whether it be abrasive, whether it may be calm, whether it may be, you could tell that it's a layer of defense. But at the end of the day, have you sat back and thought about, where that person came from, or what that person dealt with, or what that person's seen, or what that person has been through traumatically, that you automatically look at them and you cast judgment before you even get to know them? So, some of the best conversations can be had from people that you probably wouldn't even expect to even have from. All it took was you just sitting down and understanding who that person was. Just because a person may have fitted clothes don't mean that they have a side to them that doesn't, that you probably wouldn't want to explore. Versus that person that maybe walks around, loose fitted clothes, barely, hanging around the waist, doesn't mean you couldn't have an educated conversation with that person. You never know. You don't know what that person been through. You don't know what that person has gone through in life. But you automatically look at them and you say, nah, I'm good. I don't want to talk to them. Or that, and, for a lot of times, most times, it be your own people. It be your own race. It be your own set of people that look at you and say, nah, I'm good. Because you automatically look at them and you're like, oh, yeah, I know how they is. Yeah, they definitely, I ain't even about to waste my time. Without even bothering to. And I get it. Yeah, some people, you don't even want to waste your time. For example, people are looked at differently because of their gender, how they walk, how they talk, how they carry themselves, where they from, whether they white, black, brown, you know, ultra black, whatever, you know, people view them and don't even get a chance to even understand like what's what, like why do people do that? I'd never understand that. And refuse to understand like how nobody thinks to even take the time to think that, hey, maybe this person don't think like how I think. Or sometimes people look at a person, hey, I feel like they don't think how I think, so I'm not even going to even bother. It really blows my mind that it's people that are genuinely like that. And maybe it's something I don't see. Maybe it's perspective that I'm lost on, that I don't understand. At the same time, maybe it could be people that are, from certain areas and they feel like, hey, maybe their life was brought over a certain kind of way to the sense that they're defensive in everything that they do. And that they've always had to watch their back with everything that they had to do. So yeah, maybe they'll come off and look at people like, nah, I'm good. I don't deal with them dudes like that. I don't deal with that shit like that. That I'm not even gonna bother. Because I've been crossed too many times before. Understandable. And then you got some people that may have never even experienced that. And they grow up in life and everything's been given to them. They've never had to worry about nothing. Everything they look at, it's obtainable. And it's almost like a question of why can't I have it? It's never a worry about nothing. And then maybe you have some of the people in the middle ground that just looking on both sides like, well, shit, I've never had to deal with none of that. I've never had to worry about having to watch my back for everything, or I've never had the chance to even have anything that I wanted because I kind of just had to get what I could get. So now you got 3 layers of perspective. And then you got 3 layers of perspective of people that grew up completely different. And then you may have a person that's been through all that. You may have a person that's been through the bottom, that's been through the point where they have nothing. And then they have been through the point where they've had to work for everything they had just to get to the point where they can get everything that they want. It's so many layers to everything that how can you even set your mind to even not even think that somebody has a completely different mindset when it comes to certain kind of things, or that there's a reason why that people do certain things that they do. How? Why? I don't get it. So all I'm asking is, as a person, as a listener, maybe the next time that you probably would have not had that conversation, or you may have automatically looked at that person and be like, nah, I'm good. Maybe take the time to even sit and have that conversation. Ask them how, like, why you think like that, or why you do this, or why you do that. And if they give you the chance to even have the conversation, then take in what they have to say and gain some knowledge on how that person is or why that person does what they do. It's only going to better you. It's only going to give you a better insight of, how to progress in life. Why not? Take in what you can. Yo, thank y'all for taking the time to listen. This is the first of many, so hopefully y'all like what y'all heard. But until next time, stay safe, stay sane, and secure in your mind. Release.